Hi everyone. In this video, we will see some sample problems on how to calculate variance and standard deviation of random variable. Let us have this example 1. If a fair coin is tossed twice, then find the variance and standard deviation for getting tails up. Our step 1 is to write the sample space. Here we have the S equals HH, HT, TH, and TT. We let capital X be the random variable that denotes tails up. Let us complete the table in step 2. So we have here X and P of X for the rows. For the X, we write 0, 1, and 2. That corresponds to the number of tails. For the P of X, for the 0, we write 0.25. We can see that there is one sample point here that denotes no tails up. So that is 1/4. That's why we write 0.25. For one tail up, we have two sample points. Those are HT and TH. So that is 2/4 in the probability. That's why we write 0.5. And for the two tails up, we have one sample point that corresponds to that, the TT. And that is 1/4. And we write here 0.25 in the probability. Step 3, let us now calculate the average or the mean. And sometimes this is also called first moment. So for the E of X, we multiply this number X with the corresponding probability. So 0 times 0.25, then plus 1 times 0.5, plus 2 times 0.25. Using our calculator, the final answer here is 1. For step 4, let us solve for e of x squared. In solving this, we need to write one more row, the row for x squared. This x squared means we're going to square each of the numbers in the row x. 0 square will be 0. 1 square is 1. 2 square is 4. Then, let us multiply the x squared numbers with the corresponding probability. So we have 0 times 0.25 plus 1 times 0.5 plus 4 times 0.25. Using the calculator, our answer here will be 1.5. Now we are ready for step 5 to calculate for the variance, then later the standard deviation. For the variance, the formula will be e of x squared. This value we derived from step 4 minus mu squared. This is the mean, the value that we get from step 3. Substituting the corresponding values, we have now 1.5 minus 1 squared. This 1 squared is simply 1. So 1.5 minus 1 is 0.5. So this is the variance. Then we solve for the standard deviation, which is the square root of the variance. So we substitute this value here. We have the square root of 0.5 0.50, and the answer is 0.7. This is the standard deviation. These are the final answers. Now example 2. Let two fair dice are tossed. Find the variance of the random variable that assigns the maximum numbers occurs on a pair of dice. Step 1. Let us write the sample space. So we have here the sample points from 1, 1 going down up to 6, 6. This is the sample space. Now, let capital X be the random variable that denotes maximum of the number capital X, AB, in rolling a pair of dice with total 36 outcomes. Step 2, let us now complete the table. The first row for X, second row for the P of X. For the X, we write the numbers from 1 up to 6. Now, for the probability of X respectively, for number 1, there is one sample point here where the maximum number is number 1. So probability is 1 over 36. For number 2, there are 3 sample points here where the maximum number is number 2. So probability is 3 over 36. For number 3, there are 5 sample points here where the maximum number is number 3. So probability is 5 over 36. Going to number 6, there are 11 sample points here where the maximum number is the number 6. So the probability is 11 over 36. Now step 3. Let us compute for the expected value, or we say the mean. So we multiply each of the X with the corresponding probability. So we have 1 times 1 over 36 plus 2 times 3 over 36 plus 3 times 5 over 36 plus 4 times 7 over 36 plus 5 times 9 over 36 plus 6 times 11 over 36. Using our calculator, the value here is 4.47. Now for step 4. Let us compute for e of x squared. In our table here, let us add another row for x squared. For x squared, let us square each of the numbers of the variable x. So the 1 becomes 1. 2 becomes 2 squared. We write here 4. For 3 squared, we write here 9. 4 squared is 16. 5 squared is 25. 6 squared is 36. Now for our e of x squared, let us multiply each of the numbers for x squared to its corresponding probability. So we have 1 times 1 over 36 plus 4 times 3 over 36. Then plus 9 times 5 over 36. Up to the last one, 36 times 11 over 36. Using the calculator, the value of step 4 is 21.97. Now we're ready for step 5, that is to compute for the variance. Our formula, e of x squared coming from step 4 minus mu squared from step 3. Substituting the corresponding values, we have 21.97 minus the square of 4.47. Simplifying this square, we have 19.98. So the difference, 21.97 minus 19.98, we have 1.99. This is now the variance. This is the final answer. I hope you learned something from this video. See you again next time.